Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing very well today, and welcome to a new video in my Sire guitar mini series where I'm going through the brand new guitars released by Sire. And one of the biggest surprises, at least to me, are these two guitars. These are the G5s. So two versions, check this out. Steel string, ultra thin body, and also, big surprise for me, a nylon string. Same thin body, ultra playable. So super curious. Let's find out what these guitars are all about. And yeah, I can't wait to see what they sound like. All right, so let's kick things off with the steel string. Now, as I mentioned, one of the main features of the G5 is an extremely slim body, extremely lightweight, and check this out, no headstock dive. So they've designed it perfectly, lightweight, thin, no headstock dive. So playability right off the bat. As I always mention with Sire, it's very, very good, and this is included. So here's a look at the bridge. So we've got piezos under the bridge, and we've got a Sire preamp. We'll go through that in a second when we plug this baby in. So mahogany neck, mahogany body, solid spruce top. So we've got some great things going on. Really clean fingerboard, just a few dots. And again, that Sire headstock, that's found on the L series. Love it. Actual bone nut. Here's a look at the tuning machines. Love the open gear tuners. Yeah, really beautiful aesthetics on this guitar. And yeah, those are kind of like the rough specs. This guitar, $599. Solid woods, preamp, lightweight. But the main thing is, let's find out what it sounds like. So let's just play some basic chords here. Yeah, I've got the EQ at 12 o'clock. Let's just hit some chords and then we'll adjust that as we go. All right, so now let's take the bass down, treble up, and see what that sounds like with just those same chords. So, I mean, a piezo guitar is very, very distinctive, and yeah, they just give a very distinctive tone. So let's go and hit the bass up and the treble down. All right, you guys have got the capo on 5th fret. Let's try a little finger style. Right, now as for the G5 nylon string, the specs are very similar in terms of that mahogany body, mahogany neck, same kind of carve right there. You even have rolled fingerboard edges. I've never experienced that on a nylon string, but Sire's doing it on all their guitars, these two included. So yeah, we'll talk about the playability a little bit more in the future. There is the bridge, and it's cedar instead of spruce on this model. So I don't know if you can see that cedar grain, but yeah, so the top, solid cedar, mahogany, mahogany, rosewood. So there you guys go. And of course, here is the headstock. You can see the Sire G5 with the classical headstock. Open gear tuning machines. You're more likely to expect that on this style of guitar. Bone nut right there. And yeah, those are the rough specs. Both of these guitars, $599. So again, we're going to plug them in and take a listen. I'll link to them down in the video description below for full detailed specs. And Sweetwater sometimes also includes the weight of these guitars. But in hand, man, they are so light, so slim. Little bit of binding there. Really beautiful. And again, with the classical, no headstock dive. So yeah, really well balanced. All right, you guys, now let's test out the EQ. I'll just do some basic chords here. Everything's flat. All right, so I'm going to boost the treble and cut the bass. We'll leave the mid the same there. And then we will cut the treble, boost the bass. So very dynamic EQ. You're going to be able to, find usable tones that you want to do. Now I'll just scoop the mids. I'll leave everything else the same. I'll just cut the mids. Now my initial thoughts after just playing the G5 nylon string is, well, I'm kind of in love with this guitar. It's so easy to play and so fun to just bathe it in a little bit of verb and delay and just get the mellowest, softest, atmospheric tones, or just clean it up and play traditional, nylon string. Now, I'm not sure if the nut is a full 2 inches like a classical guitar, but man, it plays nice. You can tell it's a little wider for sure than the steel string. Slim profile. Yeah, really slim profile, satin neck, rolled fingerboard edges on a classical guitar. Crazy. Like, it's very playable. So yeah, I love the tones on this. And yeah, the preamp, surprisingly versatile. So you just make slight adjustments, as you can see there. And man, it's like, take that treble back up. But yeah, so easy to play and in my opinion, sounds great. Super mellow. Really like this guitar. So I don't think anybody predicted Sire would release guitars like these, but man, they did an excellent job on these guitars. Now, will this, sound exactly like, a regular acoustic guitar or a regular classical guitar? No, but that's not what they're designed for. They're designed for supreme playability, versatility, for recording direct without a big mic setup, for taking to a coffee shop and not worrying about feedback, to playing on a stage with a bunch of other musicians. That's what these guitars are designed for. So excellent playability, excellent ergonomics, and for what they're designed for, I think they hit the price point just about right. These feel like high-end instruments, and for $599, I think they got the pricing right. These are awesome guitars, and I think my personal favorite is the nylon string. I think it's just so mellow and so playable and just a joy to play, but the same goes for this one. But yeah, I think my personal favorite is the nylon string, but both are excellent guitars.